peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to the universe.
Guess I'm locked in. Looking for a piece of mind. I've been trying to redefine life. I can see the signs. Word is going to see me shine. Fighting for my soul, say, whipping fast, no brakes.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings to the universe. All praises goes to the Most High. Ashe, ashe, ashe. This is your reminder. You are a powerful creator. What you think, you attract. What you feel, you become. What you believe, you receive. Stop doubting your power. The universe is always listening, always responding. Speak life over yourself. I am aligned. I am abundant. I attract what is meant for me. Move like it's already yours. Feel it like it's already done. Because manifestation isn't magic, it's alignment. And when you align, everything flows to you. Ashe.
Prepare for the night, fam. The 5-5 manifestation portal is here. So if you've been seeing repetitive numbers like 555, 111, 888, I'm talking about ever since you begin your inner alignment journey, fam. It's not a coincidence, because when you started working on your manifestation, when you begin aligning your thoughts, your feelings, and your action, that is exactly when the universe starts pinging you with these signs reflection. Because when you begin to align yourself internally, the external world begins to reflect in harmony back to you in the language of repetitive numbers reflection. But tell me this, reflection, has this been happening to you more intensely in the last few days? So in numerology, fam, the number 5 is associated with positive change. So whether this being in a financial condition, whether this being in your love life, or even just your personal and your spiritual growth. When you encounter the reflection, I'm going to tell you like this again, it is not a coincidence. So what you need to do for this portal reflection, I need you to find a quiet space like how I am right now. It signifies that your guardian angels and your spirit guides are trying to communicate with you. I want you to sit comfortably with your spine straight and close your eyes. And as you inhale reflection, imagine a cool, calming light. Let it fill you up with peace and release any doubts or chatter coming from your conscious mind. The next thing you need to do during this portal reflection is choose one single desire. One thing that is very close to your heart. This could be a financial breakthrough, a specific person, or a dream career move. I want you to write this exact affirmation 55 times in this one sitting. Start it off by saying, I am so happy and grateful. This is how you code the reality that you want during this 5-5 portal reflection. The universe only sends signals when your desire has already happened. So at first, your conscious mind might make it seem silly or bring up old doubts. But you must push through reflection. Follow me for more updates.
So today, May 5th, is the 5-5 portal, and this is some super strong energy that we are in. So this energy right here, it comes in to shake up things that feel stuck, just to push them right on out. And numerology, 5 represents change, it represents freedom, it represents transformation, and it's also really quick energy. This 5-5 portal is also double amplified master of change energy. So anything that may have been feeling heavy on you, it's going to help you to break that cycle, to push that out of your life. And we're also in a year 1, and year 1 is about new beginnings. So we got our new beginnings, we got the change energy in here, and then we're also in Taurus season. And Taurus is about stability, about money, about self-worth, about building things that are stable and solid, and it's really about helping you get into a more aligned version of your life. So you could be feeling like you need to release things, mindsets, patterns, people, stuff that just is no longer for you, and you're more clear on what it is that you want. So just be sure during this energy right here that you're being very intentional about your thoughts and what you're calling in, because it's really going to be setting the tone, and it's going to be coming in quickly. So happy manifesting and happy 5-5 portal.
This is your May 5 portal energy update. Something deeply spiritual is shifting, and your life may look very different after this portal. May 5 carries powerful energy around freedom, transformation, spiritual awakening, and divine redirection. In numerology, the number 5 represents change, movement, freedom, adventure, and breaking old cycles. But when we enter a 5-5 portal, that energy becomes amplified. This creates a powerful energetic gateway for rapid manifestation, spiritual awakenings, unexpected blessings, sudden endings, timeline shifts, karmic lessons closing, heightened intuition, and soul alignment. You may feel this portal as vivid dreams or spiritual downloads, seeing angel numbers everywhere, emotional releases out of nowhere, feeling disconnected from certain people, intense fatigue, or needing more rest. Sudden clarity about relationships or careers, feeling restless because your soul wants more. If people are leaving, let them. If doors are closing, let them close. If you feel uncomfortable, pay attention. This portal often removes what no longer is aligned so that your higher path can open. That relationship that you've been forcing, that friendship draining your energy, that job keeping you stuck in survival mode, that old identity built from fear, your soul may be asking you to release all of it. This is not punishment. This is spiritual redirection. Your guides want you to trust divine timing, release control, stop chasing what isn't choosing you. Protect your energy, listen to your intuition, take aligned action towards your future. Believe unexpected miracles are possible. And most importantly, be intentional with your thoughts on May 5. Your energy is powerful right now. You want to pray, journal, visualize, meditate, speak your desires out loud. Manifest from faith, not fear. This portal could bring the breakthrough that you've been waiting for, but only if you're willing to release what no longer aligns. Comment 555 if you're ready for your next level.
Something to think about. You ever wonder why a lot of people don't like to share their ways, their strategies, their knowledge on making more money, making it grow, investing? Because they're worried about that person that they're teaching or sharing, or somebody that they're going to teach and share going to make more and do more than them, when the world is big enough for us to be not greedy together, but wealthy together. And on that note, zuckup.
If you're having the worst year of your life, watch this right now. Today is May 5th, the 5-5 portal, and actually one of the most electrically charged portal days of the entire year. So if this found you, it was meant to find you. And listen, I get it. You're in a season that doesn't make sense. You did everything right. You healed, you grew, you let go, and things still haven't moved. The relationship that hurt you, the dream that feels almost out of reach, and the version of you that feels so close yet somehow just still out of grasp. You're exhausted from waiting. I know, I've been there. So here's what the 5-5 portal means energetically. 5 is the number of sudden liberation and radical change, and doubled, it creates a threshold, literally a before and after. Today, yin is literally becoming yang. That heavy, still, painful energy that's been sitting on your chest is converting. It's changing into momentum. And it's key to remember here that those worst days of yours were not just random, pointless, shitty days. They were building the foundation for what's coming next for you. The love, the breakthrough, the peace, and the next version of your life that you've been holding on to. This portal doesn't ask if you're ready. It just happens. It's just opening. And it's also worth remembering that you made it to this day. That in itself is something. So don't shrink from what's coming next. Now, if this spoke to you in some sort of way, save this video or share it to yourself to come back to when you need it. And whilst you're here, drop me a comment, claim this shift in your life. And if you're ready for real supported healing, not just content, Hardship to Harmony will soon be opening its metaphorical doors. A global wellness platform with a community of like-minded people and a team of professionally trained practitioners who will walk this path with you. Waitlist link is in my bio. Come home to yourself.
You are watching this on May 5th. It is literally a sign. Today is the 555 portal, aka the most powerful day of the year to manifest money. If you've been wanting to manifest a change in your financial situation, today is the day to make it happen, okay? Save this video, send it to a friend, and spread the blessings. Before I tell you everything you need to know, align yourself with this energy. Comment 555. Make sure you are following me. Karma is real. Here is how the 555 portal today is going to change your life. Today is the 5th day of the 5th month. It is the 555 portal. 555 is the angel number for progress, financial gain, and growth. It doesn't matter how hard you've been struggling financially, and it doesn't matter how big your goals are. The energy today will help you. During this portal, you can manifest any amount of money. You can manifest abundance to its highest extent. I'm talking about life-changing money. I'm talking about never worrying about a bill ever again. You even becoming the first millionaire in your family. You can manifest so much money coming in that you can't even spend it fast enough. You won't know what to do with it. All you have to do is harness the energy today of the 555 portal. You must align yourself. So to help you, tonight I am hosting a free money manifestation ceremony. It will be at 5 p.m. Pacific time. During this ceremony, I will clear any money blockages you are having, and I will align you with the energy of the 555 portal. I have helped millions of people manifest their desires. You can see these screenshots. My energy is fucking powerful. This ceremony is completely free. All you have to do is register at the link in my bio. Do not miss this opportunity. You will regret it. And I will see you there.
So today is the 5-5 portal and it is not a normal day. It's the 5th day of the 5th month, which creates what we know as the 5-5 portal. In numerology, this number is all about change, transformation. This is not calm, slow, light a candle and fucking hope for the best sort of energy. This is fast shifts, okay? Sudden opportunities, things falling from the fucking sky. But here's where most people go wrong, okay? They try to manifest something, but still operating and thinking from the perspective of the version of themselves that cannot hold that thing they're trying to manifest. Do you follow me? Basically, they're wanting something entirely new, entirely different, while still thinking like their old self. Same fears, same doubts, same patterns, and then nothing changes. Surprise, surprise. Because manifestation isn't actually about what you want, but it's all about what your subconscious actually believes is safe to receive. And this is why portal days matter, okay? Because this energy supports the change, supports the transformation and the manifestation. And the fastest way to shift that internal programming is through your subconscious. Because your subconscious, fun fact, which is formed by the time you're about 8 years old, controls about 90 to 95% of your daily thoughts, habits, beliefs, behaviors, which is exactly why I created hypnosises. And now something I'm even more proud of, custom hypnosises, which are designed specifically for you, your goals, your manifestations, your blocks. So you're not just wishing for that change, but you're literally embedding these new beliefs into your subconscious, and with very little work, becoming the version of you that feels safe to receive that thing. Once you grab one of the custom hypnosises, you'll receive a form so I can get all the information I need to create your custom hypnosis, and then I'll send it straight to you. I'll also pair it with 5 to 8 hertz frequency music, which is known as the miracle tone, the abundance frequency, because I want you guys to manifest literally at such a level, and people think it takes so much effort, but it doesn't. Not when you have the right tools. So if you've been feeling like you're ready for a shift, then this is your moment. Grab your custom hypnosis now through the link in my bio, and I can't wait to create one for you.
So this high frequency energy started coming in around 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you're up for this, you're going to be up for a little longer as the energy integrates. If you were asleep, you probably had some awesome dreams, and you are going to wake up and integrate the energy as the morning turns into the afternoon. This energy forms a bubble around us and waits until we are conscious and awake, and then integrates itself. It sends us downloads, it gives us inspiration, and it feels sort of like a divine blessing from God. And it is a divine blessing from God. It is also a taste of the real you. This energy is our higher self sending more of it into us. This energy is us. It is a taste of the high frequency being we actually are when we're not in this limited human form. And this energy meets us where we are on our journey in this current lifetime. So whatever our current baseline frequency is, whatever limited perceptions we have and limited self-concepts we have, this energy comes in and opens our eyes a little. It gives us a taste of the true abundant self that we actually are behind the veil. So understand that this isn't just something that you can't control, and that God or the divine only gives you a boost when it wants to. This is you helping yourself along with upgrades as you go on your journey, as you learn lessons in this school of life. It's just us breadcrumbing our own damn selves.
When a big manifestation is about to come into your reality, typically 3 things will happen, usually simultaneously. Hi, I'm Seven. I'm your local manifestation girly. I approach manifestation scientifically in a way that makes it easier, quicker, and more predictable. And I teach you how to do that in my Quantum Creation Masterclass. Link in my bio. The first thing is that your old reality has to collapse. It sounds scary, and it sometimes is, I'm not gonna lie to you. From a quantum perspective, your life is made up of probabilities. We exist in the quantum field, which is an infinite field of probabilities all coexisting at one time. When you set an intention, you begin aligning with a new probability. And through observation, the observer effect, thought, emotion, and visualization, you begin to collapse that probability into your current lived reality. But you can't experience 2 different realities at the same time. You are a 3D being. Therefore, your old reality has to dissolve. And that process often looks like loss or chaos. You lose opportunities, people disappear, there's strange delays. It feels like everything's going wrong. This is just what has to happen when you're transitioning to a new reality. From your perspective, it looks like breakdowns. But from the universal perspective, it looks like precise calibration. Second thing, cognitive dissonance kicks in. From a psychological standpoint, your subconscious is built to maintain stability. When you start believing in a new identity, the one that has more confidence, success, love, your brain experiences cognitive dissonance, which is just that uncomfortable clash between your old beliefs and your new ones. That tension is gonna make you feel uncomfortable and uncertain, but really, your mind is just rewiring, okay? Don't stop reaffirming and don't turn back. Third, the emotional detox. Energetically, as your vibration rises, low frequency emotions like fear, doubt, guilt, and shame, they rise in order to be cleared. Because the you that has what you want doesn't experience those feelings anymore. So in order to solidify this new version of you, you have to get on the other side of them. And it's not punishment, it's a deep cleansing of your vibration. You can't move into expansion while carrying the frequency of contraction. Those 3 things typically come together into something I call the Great Crash. It typically comes before the void, that step where nothing is happening, the step right before your manifestation pops up. So when it feels like everything is falling apart, don't spiral. Your old life is simply moving to the side to make room for your new one. In essence, the Great Crash is just creation in disguise.
Your reality is not what you think, and here's what you can do to change it. I'm someone who's manifested $750K in 2025, an ocean view house in La Jolla, San Diego, one of the most expensive areas in the entire country. And I started off by discovering manifestation by accident. And here's what I want you to think about. If you're trying to manifest something in your life, money, love, whatever it is, the first thing you have to realize is that you are living in a waking dream. You are living in a simulation. None of this is real. This is all conjured and created by you. And how is it created by you, and how do you gain conscious control over your creation is by controlling your emotions and your beliefs. Now, when I say that, you might be like, okay, what do you mean? Keep going. When you can control and change your emotions and your beliefs at will, you change your reality at will. Most people have a lot of trouble changing their emotions, okay? They might do a meditation, they might do something, and they can feel a little bit different for a couple moments, but then they go back to feeling the same anxiety, the same shame, and the same whatever the not feeling good emotions are, the rest of the day. And the thing I want you to know is that I was this, okay? I was depressed in my late and early 20s, and I was always anxious, and I didn't know why until I went to a conference and I learned that that negative voice inside your head that's keeping you feeling all these negative feelings, that is a voice that is programmed there from childhood. So from mom and dad, from the experiences that you had in childhood, you soaked up all those emotions and beliefs from your past. And if you're ever curious about whether this is true or not, take a moment and just ask yourself, does that negative voice inside your head sound like mom and dad? Maybe no, maybe yes. What are these patterns that you repeat your whole life? And you're subconsciously projecting your emotions and beliefs around. So my journey really began when I discovered this letter writing technique that I could write a letter to my inner child, change an emotion or a belief, change an emotion or a belief that I learned in childhood, and boom, the outer reality changed to match. It was subtle at first because my changes to emotions, beliefs, I could only do like a little bit of movement at a time with each letter. But as I did it, years passed and I got better and better at it. I could move more and more of my emotions and beliefs and change them more and more so that I moved into abundance, and my reality started shifting faster than ever. And that is how I know deep down this world is magical. Okay, this is a magical world. Even people who are on the not so good side, if you look at the stuff they do, they believe the world is magical. Okay, so if you don't believe the world is magical, that is okay. That is your belief system, but I do. So back to the point at hand. How do you change your reality? Okay, this is how I learned how to change it, is by writing letters to my inner child, reparenting beliefs from childhood. So, for example, one belief I learned was that you have to work hard for money. Okay, and if you have that belief, you'll always resist money coming easily to you. Okay, and you'll feel some guilt, some blocking emotions, blocking beliefs, and then you'll manifest a reality where money is hard. Money is hard for you to get. Okay, you have to really accept, if you can change your belief from money is you have to work hard for money to you can receive money easily, then your reality will change to match that. Okay, so what's my point with all this? Here's a simple exercise I want you to do. Okay, the next time you have a manifestation, right? Whatever it is you want to manifest, money, new job, new career, love, whatever it is, I want you to just say your intention out loud. You don't have to do any fancy spells or rituals or whatever. Just know what it is. Okay, write it down. Write it down once, 3 times, whatever it is, right? And then here's the next step that most people mess up. The universe will give you an opportunity to level up, an invitation to grow. And what it's going to feel like is it's going to feel like a trigger. It's going to feel like a spike of emotion. Okay, and that is the universe presenting you an opportunity to shift into the frequency of what you're asking for. Okay, so it'll feel bad, and a lot of people react to this by saying, oh, manifestation doesn't work, or like, it doesn't work, I'm doing something wrong. But you're not really recognizing that you're taking what you're seeing as evidence for it not working, instead of evidence for what it actually is the universe showing you the belief that you have to shift, the emotion that you have to shift. So when you get this emotional spike, this trigger, simply slow down, close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and ask your inner child, envision yourself from your childhood, a childhood version of yourself, and ask them, when did you first feel this way? You're going to find something weird. You're going to find some memories pop up. And at first, they're not going to make sense. You're going to be like, why did that memory pop up? But the more you journal about it and the more you think about it, the more it will make perfect sense, because this memory that pops up will be the emotional blueprint that you're using to create that trigger. And that's simply the universe telling you, hey, bud, this is the wound, the childhood wound you have to heal in order to shift into the frequency of what you're asking for. So when you write these letters, when you do these meditations, you can find them all over my channel, and I have a free book sharing exactly how to do this. When you shift and let go of the pain or the shame or the fear that you picked up in childhood, and you shift into a different frequency, you're going to notice something magical. You're going to first, maybe you might cry a little bit. That's just your body purging the energy. But then you're going to feel really tired. That's your nervous system doing a software update. And then what you're going to realize is you're going to wake up the next day and something weird is going to happen. Something unfamiliar. That's when you know your manifestation is working. Okay? When something weird shows up and you didn't expect it and you're like, wow, that's weird and different, that is manifestation working in your favor. You just changed your reality by doing something different up here, inside here. Okay? And you can do this over and over again. Okay? You might not get your manifestation right away. That depends on how many belief blocks and how many emotion blocks you have to move through to create that reality. But if it's close, it might show up right away. But if you have to go through a few more shifts to get to it, you'll simply see the universe showing you another trigger. Ah, okay. Well, let me just shift that. Let me just shift that. Let me just shift that. Boom. Suddenly your manifestation shows up when you least expect it. Okay? That is how I manifested my dream partner. That is how I manifested an Ocean View house. That is how I manifested a top 1% income. That's how I manifested all of this. Okay? So yeah, let me know if that makes sense.
Remember, speak life over yourself. I am aligned. I am abundant. I attract what is meant for me. I am Queen Ashe. Have a great day or night wherever you are located. One love.
Locked in. Guess I'm locked in.